So you're looking to earn extra money from home. A lot of people are doing that these days. People are trying to get out of debt. They're wanting to take vacations. They're wanting to pay for their kids' education or an upcoming wedding or whatever the case may be. And so they're looking for ways to create some additional income from home. Now, what I want to get into is there are some temporary things you can do, which is, one of the easiest things to do is look around your house for things that you don't need and put them up for sale. That's something that my wife and I do regularly. Craigslist has become a great friend because we'll come across, something that we haven't used in a year or 2 years, or you hadn't even been out of a box since our last move, and we'll put it on Craigslist and generate some extra income that way. But I think what most people who are on this video are looking for is you're looking for an ongoing solution to earning extra money from home. And the greatest way to do that, there's really two ways you can do that. Number one, you can take on a part-time job where you are doing contract work for somebody. That may be something like writing or design work or data entry or, telemarketing or appointment setting, those types of things. Those are all things you can do from home to earn some additional money. In those things, you're generally going to be paid for your time. So you'll negotiate that an hour of my time is worth X number of dollars, and the person will hire you for so many hours. What most people end up doing, though, is they look for a business of their own. And the reason they do that is you don't want to answer to another boss, especially if you're working full-time already. Why would you want to add a second boss that you have to answer to, or a second schedule that you have to follow, or any of those types of things? So what a lot of people do is they look for an online business. And there's a couple of ways that people go about that. Number one, they look at their hobbies, their interests, their passions, their skill sets, and they design something of their own that they can bring to the marketplace. The other thing that people do is they plug into an existing business, something like an affiliate marketing business where you are marketing somebody else's products for a percentage of the sale, or something like a network marketing business where you're doing something similar, but you're also building a sales team who is marketing with you, and you're collecting some overrides off of what they do. So all of those things are viable work at home business opportunities. They're all great ways to earn extra income from home. And then there are people like me that's all we do full time is we work from home doing those types of things. Now, the real key for you isn't so much the business that you choose, but understanding the fundamentals of how you can earn extra money from home, particularly using the power of the internet. The internet is the great equalizer. It allows you to sit in your living room, your comfy chair, your home office, your dinner table, the coffee shop, and build tremendous income streams anywhere in the world simply using your computer. And so that's what I want to take you through right now is the key concepts that you need to lock into. And once you have those things down, you can plug any business that you want to into that platform, into that foundation, and you'll be able to create extra income from home whenever you want to using whatever business you choose. So let me go ahead and take you through those steps. Okay, so you're looking at migrating your business online. You're looking at bringing your business presence online because you want to deal in large numbers. Okay, that's what brings us online. We realize that there is a marketplace of literally billions of people around the world. And if we can somehow tap into that, then we can certainly create a much more lucrative enterprise for ourselves. So the problem that most entrepreneurs run into is they get the field of dreams mentality. And I don't know if you remember the movie Field of Dreams starring Kevin Costner, but the key phrase off of that, he kept hearing, if you build it, they will come. And unfortunately, many entrepreneurs are still living by that mantra. If you build it, they will come. Well, the truth is, that's not really how it works online. So a couple things that we need to get straight here. If you're going to come online, there are some things that have to take place. Number one, the marketplace is full of competition. And they are vying for the focus and the eyeballs of your prospects just as much as you are. And so what we have to do is we have to find a way to distinguish you from your competitor. We need to give you an advantage. And that's really the key. If you're going to come online, is we need to develop that advantage for you. How do you go about creating a competitive advantage for yourself? Well, there's a couple of things that come into play here. First and foremost is you develop a brand for yourself. And in that brand, what we want is we want you to have an identity. We want your prospect, when they think of your product or your service, we want them to think of no one other than you. At the end of the day, that's what we're hoping to accomplish. So how do we create a brand identity for you? Well, a couple of things have to happen. Number one, you've got to stake a claim to some online real estate. What's the address people are going to come to? How in the world are they going to find you when you're online? And so that's the first piece of this brand identity. You need to stake your claim. You need to be visible. You need to be somewhere where people can find you. And in that location, you need to create massive amounts of value for your prospect. Well, what is value? Well, value is really information. And ideally, what we want to give your prospect is the how-to type information. You see, if we were going to sell drills, for example, there's a couple of ways we could sell drills. We could tell people about our drill, that it's the fastest, it's reversible, it handles this size drill bits, etc., etc., etc. But really what we ought to do is we ought to look at what is that prospect trying to do? They want to drill holes. And so we want to give them some how-to information. So we might discuss about how to do that faster, how to do more of it, how to make bigger holes, how to make smaller holes. All of these things are questions that your prospect is asking. And so what we want to do in that piece of virtual real estate is we want to answer your prospect's questions. And when we do a good job of answering your prospect's questions, guess what? They're going to spend money with you because you have now become an expert, a trusted resource. Okay? At the end of the day, that's what we're trying to do with you. That's why this piece of virtual real estate is so important. That's why developing a brand is so important. That's why adding value is so important. But the second part of making things work online is we need to create some systems. Let me clear that out again. Not spelling too well today. Here we go. Systems. And why do you need systems? Well, first and foremost, when we come to the internet, we are dealing with large numbers. So a couple things that our systems are going to help us do. They're going to help us filter, because we want to separate the window shoppers from the registered shoppers, okay? Not only do we want to filter, but then we want to capture prospects. So we don't want to just have them coming to a website and leaving. We want to get their information. And out of those prospects, well, of course, we want to follow up. We want to cross-sell. And we want to upsell. And then we want repeat business. Well, all of these things we do with systems. and we make systems work to our advantage. Now, here's the challenge. You could go out and spend hours and hours and hours, days upon days, trying to figure out how to put together a system. Well, to me, that is just sheer foolishness. The real key is to use a proven system. And ideally, you want something that's generic and can work with your business. Well, here's the thing that I want to introduce to you. There's a link below this video, and I'm going to ask you to click on that link. And when you click on the link below this video, what you're going to learn about is a proven system that is going to help you brand yourself, and give you that virtual real estate you need, and provide the system to grow your business. So go ahead and click on the link below this video. Watch the information that's presented there and see how you can apply this to your own business to make it grow. I look forward to talking with you soon.